What's up guys, welcome to the video. So today we are doing another question and answer, and again these questions are all from my previous Q&A, so leave your questions down below for the next question and answer. And again, I just want to put out a little disclaimer here. I am not a medical professional, I'm not a doctor. I am simply sharing my knowledge with my experience with different topics, you know, what I've been through in my life. And I have a lot of viewers that, you know, are young too, so I try to keep this pretty PG-13 so that way everybody can watch the videos and everybody can enjoy them. So let's just get into the first question. My question for your next Q&A is, when are you going to find time for a significant other? Will fitness and cheat days be requirements? Now for me, I'm seriously having the time of my life. I really feel like I do not need a girlfriend right now. I really like just doing what I want, when I want, and I don't have to answer to anybody. Now I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, and when the time is right, it'll all happen, it'll all fall into place. So, you know, I'm in no rush here. You know, a lot of people keep asking me, how come you're single? How are you single? Like, what's going on? Like, it's not a big deal to me. Like, I don't need somebody else in my life to make me happy. I'm the happiest that I've ever been, and I'm just really enjoying life. And so, will fitness and cheat days be requirements? I mean, if my girlfriend doesn't work out, I mean, that's completely fine with me. If she doesn't want to eat donuts, that's completely fine with me. But that's not going to stop me from doing it. But I'm sure she'll catch along and kind of fall into loving donuts and working out. But it is what it is. When the time's right, it'll happen. If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question right in this moment, what question would you ask? Funny and easy peasy, or deep and physiological? I still would like to know your answer. I really would just I would like to know what my purpose exactly is here on earth. You know, it's almost like I just said, everything does happen for a reason. I've been through many things in my life, and obviously it's like, you know, it's more life experience for me. But the things that I've been through, it's almost like, why did I go through this? Why me? You know, a lot of us ask ourselves daily, why is this happening to me? But yeah, it would actually be cool to just have to know what God's plan is for me or something, or the real reason why I'm here. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool just going through life and experiencing different things and different events, and it just really mends you and molds you into the person you are today. And you know, that's just who I am. That's just why I do what I do. You know, I'm grateful to be where I'm at, and yeah, so I don't know. It'd be cool to just have the actual answer and reason why I'm here. Trust me, friend, don't shave if it ain't broke. Also, do you have stomach problems going from eating healthy all week to eating everything on your cheat day? I'm finding it hard to crave things during the week, but on the day when I can cheat, my stomach can't handle it like it used to. P.S. The outro music is super cool. Now, when I do cheat days, I eat whatever I want. You know, and some days, my stomach capacity isn't really there, because during the week, you know, I'm eating a plant-based diet, and they're not the largest meals. You know, sometimes towards the end of the night, I'll have a pretty big volume, dense meal. But other than that, I'm eating lots of fruits. You know, I've been really liking oats with bananas mashed up in it with cinnamon and vegan protein powder in it. That's a nice little meal. But again, they're not massive meals like I used to eat. With my daily platter, I would eat 2,000 calories in one sitting. But yeah, so my stomach capacity isn't as massive, but if I needed to push it, I could. Last cheat day, I think I only ate 7,000 calories. You know, I just ate till I was good, satisfied, like I normally do, but I didn't eat as much, but I was very satiated and good. But yeah, it just really depends, but I still enjoy myself. What's wrong with eyebrows? I hope I don't sound rude, but you need to wax them. I have been so blessed I have lost weight from doing one meal a day, IF. I too lazy to work out, so I'm thankful I can still lose. Now, I don't feel the need to wax my eyebrows. I mean, this is how they are, this is how they look. I personally don't care. Sometimes I'll take my beard trimmer and I'll just trim it till I think it's a number 1 or a number 2, just to tone them down a little bit, because they do get thick and bushy, which I personally don't care, but I'm not gonna go and get them waxed because I just don't want to. How and when did you meet Cabrera? Now, so when I met Cabrera, we actually knew mutual friends. I didn't know who Cabrera was, I didn't know him. I happened to walk into GNC, I think this was 2015. I was going in there to get some casein protein because I was always making protein fluff at that time, and Cabrera was working there. And so I'm just looking around, you know, and he came up to me. He's like, oh, hey, do you need help with anything? And I was like, oh, nah, man, I'm good, thank you. And then he's like, oh, wait, you're Nick, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, what's up, man? I'm Cabrera. And he mentioned our mutual friend Josh. He's like, oh, yeah, my buddy Josh knows you. And my buddy Josh was telling him about me. He's like, oh, check it out. There's this pro skater that's, you know, he's into like lifting and stuff. He tracks macros, and like he could tell that I was like, you know, very consistent with my diet, because to get to that level of conditioning, it takes a lot of consistency and a lot of discipline. And so we were just kind of sitting there in GNC, like talking back and forth for like a good 30-40 minutes, you know, talking about stuff like, you know, Eric Helms, Alberto Nunez, Matt Ogus. You know, we were talking about YouTubers that we watch, and we're basically like the same exact person, which was super cool. Like he would say somebody's name, and I'm like, yeah, I totally follow him and like watch all their content and stuff. So we're basically like brothers from another mother. So since then, you know, we just kind of would kick it here and there, but now it's like we kick it a lot more. And yeah, he's my best friend for sure. He's a good dude. And yeah, we are taking a trip down to Miami today, so looking forward to it. Should be fun. And we're gonna celebrate 80,000 subscribers. What do you think about intermittent fasting? Does it work for you? Have you done it? Now, I really think intermittent fasting is an amazing tool, not only just for the calorie control and calorie restriction if you're dieting, but intermittent fasting is a good thing for the body because it does give all your organs a break. You know, your kidneys, your bladder, you know, your body is constantly always trying to process liquids and foods. You know, so when you do some intermittent fasting, it gives your body a break to actually let the organs rest. So I do intermittent fasting daily. You know, like I'll usually have my last meal between 8 and 10, and then have my first meal in the morning around, say, 10 to 12. So like I'll do anywhere from like a 12 to 16 hour fast depending. But yeah, intermittent fasting is an amazing tool to use. What would you recommend to someone who wants to do a cheat day a week but doesn't train? Now, if you wanted to do a cheat day, you could totally do it. It just really would come down to calorie balance. Now, this is something I do lay out in my cheat day ebook. If you guys haven't seen it, I will link it down below. But it really comes down to calorie balance. If, you know, every day of the week you're eating in a surplus and then you go have a cheat day, you're gonna be further into a surplus, so you're gonna put on a lot of weight, a lot of body fat, and that's something you don't want. So if there's one day where you wanna have a cheat day, you're just gonna have to balance out your calories throughout the week if you care about keeping a decent body composition. You know, if you wanna just have cheat days, go for it, have at it, have fun, but you will have some unwanted fat gain. So it really just comes down to calorie balance and what your goal is. I personally think a cheat day for anybody can be fun, it can be helpful, and a psychological break from dieting where you're just able to fully enjoy yourself. Do you ever not want to do a cheat day? Now, when I was bulking, okay, I was eating in a surplus every single day. So I was eating 3,500 calories every single day, and then I was doing a cheat day every week. So when the weekend came and it was time to do a cheat day again, I was already fully satiated. You know, during the week when I was eating my meals, I was full. You know, I didn't want to eat anymore, because when you're in a surplus, your body is getting plenty of fuel to rebuild muscle tissue, rebuild and recover. So when you're dieting, you're restricting, so you're getting hungry, you want to eat more, there's not enough calories to support your body. So then when the cheat day comes, it's like you can't wait, you know, it's like a refeed or a cheat day, which I was using them as. But when I was bulking, I was well satiated, I was eating a lot of calories every day, so I was just like, man, I don't even feel like doing the cheat day. You know, the day before I would say it. But, you know, when the day came, I'd wake up, and you know, everything would start firing and turned on. You know, I'd go eat donuts and start the day, and it was just, everything was fine. But usually like the days before when I was bulking, I was just like, man, I don't even feel like doing a cheat day tomorrow. But yeah, I just woke up the next day and I'm like, all right, here we go. Okay, here we go. But yeah, like, man, I just really love cheat days. It's fun to just have that psychological break and just enjoy whatever you want, and it makes cool videos and you guys are enjoying them. Your favorite music artist? Now, it really depends. You know, I go through many different phases of different music that I like, different artists that I like. You know, I'll go through, like, I went through a phase where I was really listening to like a lot of Johnny Cash. I went through a phase where I was listening to like a lot of Metallica, you know, and now like I've been listening to a lot more Like, I always listen to house music a lot. So last weekend I did go to EDC in Orlando, and man, it really reminded me how much I really love EDM. Like, there were so many different artists there, like Bass Nectar. Like, I didn't really listen to Bass Nectar much at all, and then I was listening to them. I was like, damn, they're actually really good. And I'm really more into like house. I really like house music, like Valentino Khan, Tyga. Like, they're just really amazing the way they flow, and it's just super dope. So I really like variety of music. You know, I listen to like punk rock stuff. I listen to like MGMT. I listened to Modest Mouse when I was like way back in the day skating and like, it's crazy. Like, I've listened to so many different music genres in my life that I pretty much like everything. So yeah, sorry for rambling for so long, but yeah, I just like a variety of music. Question for the next Q&A. What is a good training program for building muscle, particularly for women? I have been training for over a year, but I have not been using a program, and I do not feel like I am progressing at all. Love your videos. Now, a good training program would be one that you can adhere to and one that you could stick to. I personally like a 4-day per week split. So say Monday would be upper, Tuesday would be lower, you'd rest on Wednesday, then Thursday would be upper, and then Friday would be lower, and then you rest Saturday and Sunday. And so mainly focusing on the main compound movements, which would be like squat, bench, deadlift, dip, overhead press, incline press, front squat. Now, all these exercises will give you your best bang for your buck because you're activating a lot of muscle tissue at once. And so when you follow a specific program, there's gonna be sets and reps laid out for you. So, you know, say your rep goal is 4 sets of, say, 8 to 10. So you're gonna use a weight that you can hit 4 sets of 8 to 10 with, but staying in that 8 to 10 rep range. And so when you do hit the higher end of the rep target, say you hit, say 225 for 4 sets of 10. So the next workout, you're gonna increase that weight by, say, 5 pounds. So then you're gonna try to hit 230 pounds for 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. And so as you keep progressing, you're gonna keep adding in weight. So that way you just keep on going up this steady increase, and so that way you never plateau. And obviously it's very important to have a good calorie intake. So when it comes down to training program and calories, like if you hit a plateau, try having like a refeed day or even like a big cheat day the day before or something. And then I guarantee you that you will be stronger the next few days because that surplus will give you that nice little boost to increase your strength in the gym. I literally thought you were about to transition the video and speak in French. Do you know any other language other than English? If so, what is it? Now, yeah, that video I was just messing around. Like, I don't speak French. I don't speak any other languages. I mean, I know a few different words. I know a little bit of Croatian, which is dobro jutro, which is good morning. And then laku noć, that's good night. And what other words? But yeah, I don't know too many languages at all. I don't know any other languages. I just know like a few words, but I would definitely like to fully be able to speak other languages, but it's just gonna take some time. You know, I'll do like some courses or something. But yeah, I would really like to speak Spanish because lots of people in America do speak Spanish. Would you ever do a full day of trying authentic Mexican food, snacks, and desserts? Now, definitely I would like to do that, and I'd like to do that for like some more upcoming cheat day videos where I'll just pick like a country and then just do like fully like a day of cheating with those types of food. So yeah, I could definitely do a Mexican themed cheat day coming pretty soon. I know you love your donuts, but what is your favorite savory dish? I really think my favorite savory dish is gotta be Indian food. Man, I just love like the naan with like the rice and then the different curry dishes, and I really love spicy foods. So Indian food has got to be one of my favorites. Hi Nick, loving your videos. Some questions. Consider that you like donuts, especially the cronut. How could you manage eating only 1 cronut during the entire week? This is assuming you eat the cronut only in your cheat day. For me, if I really like a food, I'd be eating several of them in one sitting. How do you mentally control it? Now, when it comes to the cronut, I like it so much that I only allow myself 1. So I keep that love for it. You know, if I did a cheat day and I had 5 cronuts, then I just kind of be like, whatever, you know, I get sick of the taste. But by just having 1 cronut per week, it keeps that that love for it and that unique, sweet, flaky taste. Like, I love the cronut, it's amazing. So I only have 1 per week, and it's well worth doing. So the second part of the question, I know you like to have big bites, but is it possible for you to make a session where you just eat those donuts with normal bites? Thanks. Now, when I eat the way I eat. I like taking a big bite because I get so much flavor at once and it just fully coats and saturates my mouth. When I take like a little bite, it just doesn't really do much. But if you guys want, I could do that. Can you share a picture of you as a child / teen? Have you always been toned and lean? Love your channel. Now, I put a photo on the screen, or some photos on the screen, of what I looked like as a kid. But yeah, growing up, I was always leaner because I was very active. You know, I started skateboarding at the age of 12. So skateboarding does burn a lot of calories, and I was pretty lean. I pretty much always had abs, and I was just very active. Even before skateboarding, I played baseball, I played football. So I was always an athlete and always being very active. And you know, as I got older and then I got into like weight training, and I started like bodybuilding and stuff. So I did build a lot more muscle from training and eating more food. But I've always stayed pretty lean, even in like my bulks. Like I didn't get too fluffy during my bulk. I was up to like 225 pounds. I still had abs, but they weren't like super sharp and super defined. Like I did put on some body fat, which is inevitable when you're bulking. But yeah, I tend to stay a little bit on the leaner end, and I don't see it necessary to get too far from a decent body composition. Hi Nick, I just love to binge watch your videos. Here are my questions. What book would you recommend to read to everyone? Who is your celebrity crush? What is your favorite Christmas dish? Now, when it comes to reading books, I don't read books at all. It's very hard for me to get into, obviously, unless it's something I really enjoy or I'm interested in. But I do a lot of research and reading online on the internet, and I'd rather just do that. And I'll watch like informative YouTube content, but to like pick up a book, it's very hard for me to stay focused and read it. You know, it's almost like I do get bored. But who is my celebrity crush? I don't really have one. You know, like I was really into like Taylor Swift like years and years ago. I had like a huge crush on her, and yeah, I always like wanted to like meet her. But as like a celebrity crush, I don't know. Like I just don't have one. And then, what is your favorite Christmas dish? I really enjoy like ham with mashed potatoes and like carrot and turnip, and then rolls with like butter on them, and then the cranberry sauce, and then like pies, like apple pie. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for Christmas because I'm gonna eat and it's gonna be fun. But yeah, I really just like that home cooked meal of just like ham, turkey, potatoes with the gravy and the rolls. Man, I love that dish. Any upcoming cheat days with Nathan Figueroa? Yes, today I'm actually driving down to Miami with the homie Coach Cabrera. We're gonna meet up with Nate and we're gonna film a cheat day on this Saturday. So really looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good time. And yeah, it's been a minute since I hung with the homie Nate Figs. Always good times. Hey Nick, you said you have Hashimotos. Did you ever take meds for it? If so, now that you are off them, or even if you ever took meds, how do you keep the symptoms at bay? Besides a mainly fruit diet, any other tips? By the way, I love how genuine these Q&As are. Another great video. Now yes, I was on medication. I've been on many different medications. I was on levothyroxine, which is a T4 medication. I've been on Amorthyroid, which is a T3 and T4. Now the thing is, with all these medications, I never felt well. You know, then they just kept telling me, oh, you gotta give it more time, you gotta give it more time. And it just went so long of just feeling crappy, feeling terrible, you know, going to so many different doctors, endocrinologists, functional medicine doctors. And it was just like I was getting nowhere. So until I just took things into my own hands, I completely stopped taking the medication in February of this year. So February of 2018, I stopped taking medication. I was on Amorthyroid at the time. It took a little while, you know, I did feel kind of crash and down because my body wasn't able to make those hormones that my body was producing before, because when you introduce a synthetic hormone like that, it will stop your natural production. So it took a little while, but then, you know, things started to come back. And then as I really switched to mainly like a fruit diet, you know, easy foods to digest, you know, because I was doing like the Hashimoto's autoimmune protocol and avoiding so many different foods. And that was actually just causing more stress to me in my life. You know, it was no way to live. You know, I was constantly like thinking, oh, what can I eat next? You know, what am I gonna have for my next meal? just thinking about all these things I had to avoid. And then I started doing cheat days once per week where I just had that mental freedom, and it's almost like everything improved. Like I just wasn't so mentally stressed about what I couldn't eat, what I had to avoid, and on top of not taking the medication anymore, things just got better for me. So again, I am not a medical doctor. I'm not giving you guys a protocol to follow. I'm not telling you guys to stop taking your medication. I'm just simply sharing my experience and what I've done to help my situation. So that's what I did, and I continue to not take any medication at all. I have one cheat day per week where I eat whatever I want, and then outside of that, I'm following mainly a plant-based diet. A question for the next Q&A, please. Honestly, Nick, if you was not on YouTube game and if you didn't film anything for the people, would you still have one cheat day in a week, or would you go if it fits your macros method? Now, I personally like having the cheat day, and there was even a day after a cheat day, which was like a few weeks ago. I was like, I just want to have a day where I'm free to eat what I want without having to put a camera in my face and film. Don't get me wrong, I have a blast on the cheat days, but it's basically work to set up the cameras, different angles. You're always thinking on the cheat day to where it's like, all right, how am I going to shoot this? How am I going to shoot that? But then the next day after the cheat day, I was like, what? I'm just going to have a day where I go out, enjoy myself. I don't have to be like this all day long. And it wasn't nothing crazy. I probably only ate about 3,000 to 3,500 calories, and I just enjoyed myself. I didn't overeat. I just had that freedom of just not having to film myself. So yes, I would still fully do cheat days if I didn't film them and if I didn't do YouTube. But yeah, I definitely enjoy making these videos for you guys. Hey Nick, do you allow your clients to have a free day / cheat day if desired? Love the videos. Now, yes, clients do come to me with a goal of wanting to have a cheat day, and they just don't understand how to balance things out. So I do coach clients to have a day where they do have a cheat day, and then I work with them and balance out their weekly calories depending on what their goal is. Now, I do have other clients that just have a free meal, so basically like a cheat meal. Some people aren't ready for an entire cheat day, and some people don't need an entire cheat day. You can still have a nice solid meal once per week, where you eat out, you enjoy what you want with some friends and family. It doesn't have to be a full-blown cheat day. So, you have a free meal, you kind of see how your body responds, see how you react, and see where your body weight goes. Sometimes it'll make you even lose weight. It just takes that stress off your body when you're dieting, and you have like the freedom of just having what you want, and just mentally and cortisol, everything will just come down. Maybe you sleep even better that night. So I do think cheat days and free meals are beneficial, but you should definitely have some control there and know exactly what you're taking in. Hey Nick, love you man. I dropped a lot of weight and I currently stand at 200 pounds. I still have a good amount of body fat and I want to get rid of those. My goal is to get bigger, not crazy big, and lift heavy weights. My question is, should I be eating in a calorie deficit or calorie surplus? The main goal is to get bigger and lift heavier, but also slim down the body fat. Much love. Okay, so when it comes down to building muscle and burning fat at the same time, if you are a newbie in the gym, you can do this simultaneously. If you are more advanced, like me for instance, I go through phases where I will bulk and phases where I'll cut. But right now I'm just basically in a maintenance phase to where I'm just kind of maintaining my body weight while trying to slightly get stronger. Body weight does fluctuate because of the cheat day going up, going down, but I don't even step on a scale. I don't even know what I currently weigh. I just kind of go based on how I'm feeling. Some days I'll eat a little more calories, some days I'll eat a little bit less. I just kind of have this easy little approach to where I don't have to be too particular about a calorie or macro goal. But for you, I would say just kind of go by how you feel. You can take a weekly average of your body weight and obviously take photos too to see the changes in your body composition, because you can slightly lose some fat while building some muscle. So it is a much slower process rather than if you were just straight bulking. You can put on muscle a lot faster because the calorie surplus is there, but you cannot really increase and try to speed up muscle gains. If you're kind of just at maintenance calories, then the muscle gains will be much slower and the fat gains will be much slower as well. But it can be done, but I think the best approach is to go in a cutting phase or go into a bulking phase, so that way you're not kind of spinning your wheels. So I would say just even maybe doing a few low days and then having a few high days, having the higher days before like a heavy lift you want to improve, and then on your rest days, you know, you could eat slightly less. You know, there's many ways to do it. Just be consistent. What is your favorite movie? I really love What You Are Doing, Nick. Keep going. I don't know, I have many favorite movies. I really do like the entire Saw collection, like Saw 1 through 7. Those movies are really amazing. I really like Walk the Line, where Joaquin Phoenix played Johnny Cash. That movie was like one of my favorites. I went to the movies 4 times to see it when I was in the theater because I liked it so much. And yeah, it was just really inspiring to see like what Johnny Cash went through. And you know, like he never gave up, you know, he just kept trucking, moving along. You know, he had problems with, you know, what he was going through with like the partying and stuff, but like it's really cool to see how he turned his life around and just like became who he was and married the girl of his dreams. Yeah, Walk the Line was definitely one of my favorites. What are your thoughts on sugar-free energy drinks? I do think they are completely fine if in moderation. You know, everything in moderation is fine. Obviously there's going to be some people attacking me right now saying those energy drinks are so bad, they have taurine, they have this, they have that. I mean, a few times a week, I'm sure it's fine. And again, I'm not a medical doctor, so this is just my experience with having energy drinks. You know, like I haven't consumed caffeine in a long time, but just last weekend I did have some Red Bulls and that was completely fine. You know, I'm normal, nothing happened. I'm not like in pain or like I'm not like addicted to the Red Bull. You know, I had some caffeine because I wanted to have some. Who cuts your hair? What's the name of the hairstyle you have right now? Like your videos, keep up your hard work. Now, I actually cut my own hair, so I just have clippers that I use. So I use a number 2 on the sides, and then I use like a 2.5 on the top, and then I trim my beard. It's like almost like a number 2, and I use a razor to straighten it here, and then clean it up here. But yeah, I cut my own hair. Every time I go to like a barber or something, it never comes out the way I want, and I always hate it. You know, I'm always just like, oh, I can't stand it. So I just got my own clippers, I cut my own hair, and this is what you see. So I don't know, maybe it's called like a fade. I don't know. Actually, a fade is faded up, but this is just straight, a 2 to a 2.5. But yeah, so alright, that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys do have any questions, please leave them down below for the next question and answer. I'll try to answer as many as I can. And again, guys, keep it PG-13 because, you know, I have a huge audience that's watching and I try to keep it suitable for everybody. So, alright, that is it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. And then I guarantee you will be... And then I guarantee you...